So, sure. How many of you have heard about the Hope system? It's just come out just in this past, really, since I think it launched in September, October of last year, and it is amazing. So, honestly, I am not an expert in hormones or menopause or any of that, but I have learned a ton. And what I am an expert in is being a woman, because I am a woman. And I have experienced, I'm 48 years old, so I feel like I'm kind of right in the middle of this whole menopause journey. And all I knew about menopause, like really, until I started looking into it a little bit, because it's all the rage right now in America. Everybody's, I think here too, everybody's talking about the perimenopause. Like I'd never even heard the phrase perimenopause before. But we're hearing all about that now. And what I knew of it was that it's, oh, menopause. Okay, that's when you stop having your menstrual cycle, and it happens around 50, and your hormones change, and that's, you know, oh, sometimes you have hot flashes. That was like, honestly, like the extent of what I knew about all of this. And so I don't even know what order these slides are in. Sorry, I haven't done these. What do we got? Okay, so here's what I learned. Menopause actually takes place over 2/3 of a woman's life. Isn't that crazy? It can start as early as 30 years old and go all the way until the end of time. So how crazy is that? Did anybody know that? I did not know that. I learned that. So like in your 30s, all of a sudden your hormones start just kind of fluctuating a little bit. And you guys start to have a little bit of chaos in your body, and you're feeling a little emotional, and your PMS is a little worse, and maybe your cycles are just a little weird sometimes. And then you start moving up into your 40s, and then your estrogen levels start to drop, and your progesterone starts to drop, and it's a slow decline. And then all of a sudden you're starting to have all these other symptoms, like who knows, like all kinds of different things. You're feeling moody, and your sleep's not great, and all of these things are happening. And then all of a sudden one day you just stop menstruating, and there's menopause. Oh, it's they say it lasts for 12 months, or no, if you go for 12 months without a cycle, then you're done. Then that's menopause. That marks the day, menopause. And then you go into post-menopause, which goes, like I said, until the end of time. And then, at that point your estrogen just stops, at menopause. It just plummets. And, you're in like a recovery stage. Your body's just been in chaos for years and years with all this hormone change. And now it's trying to just even out and recover and all of that. And so it's just, amazing how that works.
You know what, a tough journey.
Yeah, it is a tough journey. And I think as women, we have so many symptoms that we don't recognize. Like I thought, I honestly was like, oh, I don't even think I've had any sort of menopausal issues, because I was thinking hot flashes and night sweats and things like that. But let's go to the next slide. Oh, what's there? Hello. How many of you? I mean, come on. Hot flashes, night sweats, irregular periods, mood changes. I have those. Breast soreness, decreased libido, dryness, UTIs, fatigue, brain fog is like the biggest one for me. Digestive issues. Yes. I'm like looking at this list and I'm like, holy bananas. Perimenopause is a real thing, because I'm looking over the past years of my life, and this has been so many. Weight gain and anxiety, headaches. And then there's all these weird ones, like burning mouth. Like, that people are just, as women, we've kind of just been suffering with all of these strange symptoms, and we go to the doctor and they're like, oh, well,
Take a pill.
it's just, take a pill, or, oh, it's just part of being a woman, and you're aging, and you're getting close to menopause, and we just kind of have to accept, or have had to accept, that these things come along with just being a woman. Well, I'm learning that that's not the truth either, because there are things that we can do to help ease all of these things, as we do our research and we discover all of the root issues that cause these things, and estrogen seems to be the culprit. I was looking up just things about estrogen, and estrogen, hormones are like little messengers that tell your body what to do. And estrogen, when we don't have enough estrogen controls, I actually wrote it down. Okay, reproductive systems, urinary tract, heart and blood vessels, bones, breast, skin, hair, mucous membranes, brain, cardiovascular health, musculoskeletal health. I mean, estrogen impacts your entire body. No wonder we're having all of that. No wonder we feel like we're falling apart. Over the last year, can I just say that it has been, my kids are growing up, and my youngest is going to be 18 this summer. Everybody's moving out and leaving me, and my whole purpose in life is changing, and I'm gaining weight, and my hair is getting thinner, and I feel like my wrinkles are, just all these things are happening, and I felt like I was going to lose my mind. I felt like I'm going crazy, and now that I'm learning, I'm understanding what's happening in my body, I feel like, there's hope. And I love that's why they called it hope. Because there really is hope. Like, I don't have to feel like a crazy woman. And it isn't just, it is just part of being a woman, because nothing's going to change the fact that our bodies, estrogen's going to go down, and our bodies are going to change, because that's just part of aging, and that's part of our journey here on this earth. And so, but there is help, and there is hope. And I love that Longevity has taken the time to really dig in and research about these products to help us through all of these symptoms. Of course, there's hormone replacement therapies that people can do that have extreme issues and things like that. And some people have success with those, but we don't necessarily have to go there, because there are so many natural things that can help us with these symptoms that we're having, and Longevity has figured that out. They have gone in and they have researched all the best things for our bodies and for these symptoms specifically. And their goal is to manage all of these things for us. So this Life Balance product is kind of like the menopause product in the three. So it comes with 3 products. Life Balance helps manage your blood sugar. It helps balance your hormone systems. It creates, a greater resiliency for stress for us, because, Sanjeev and I were talking, and we're like, the stress in your life is not going to change, right? Sometimes it's going to fluctuate, but a lot of the things that cause stress in our lives are our kids and our jobs and our things that we have to live with, right? And we're not necessarily going to change that, and it's going to be stressful. So reducing that stress and learning or giving our body the things that it needs to help be more resilient to stressful things in our lives. Reducing inflammation. Filling in those nutritional deficiencies. And when we do all of those things, the relief comes. It helps with the hot flashes and the sleep disorder and the night sweats and the mood changes and swings and the irritability and the anxiousness. I have been feeling that for so long, and I'm telling you, this has made such a difference for me. Bladder issues, joint and muscle pain. And in this particular product, there's like a super ingredient. That's what I like to call it. How do you pronounce it, Sanjeev? Menophellus?
Yeah, Menophellus.
Menophellus. Okay, we go to the next slide. So Menophellus is an amazing product that they've been using in Europe for like 30 years to treat all kinds of different things. It's been clinically tested. Tons of research has been done on it, on humans, and it's been shown to reduce hot flashes by 83%. How amazing is that? It also decreases, like, all of the major, symptoms that women are getting from menopause. It impacts those. What was the percentage, Sanjeev? Like 30 to 60% reduction in all of those other ones?
40 to 60% reduction in every one of those 11 menopausal symptoms.
Amazing, right? Like, how awesome is that? So you're getting help from that specific ingredient, to help with all of those things. And is that the one, Sanjeev, that you put, like, it's a large amount of that in there?
We put the specific amount that's in the clinical study, so that just kind of shows that not only did we use a research-backed ingredient, but we literally used the exact amount that was in every one of the research papers.
Where they were finding these results,
yes.
Which is so awesome. That's one thing I love about Longevity is they really don't chintz on ingredients. They really give us the highest amount that they possibly can for us to get the greatest benefit. And I think that's unique to supplements in this industry.
They make products that work,
yes,
that then make money, not
yes,
make products that make money.
Right, exactly. And that is one of the things that I love most about Longevity. So we've got the Life Balance product. And then next we have the probiotic. Okay, I actually really love this product. This is one of my favorites that I've started taking because I was having a lot of it seemed like every time I ate, my stomach was hurting, I was getting bloaty and gassy all the time, acid reflux, and it's so tempting to go and take the Prilosec and the, the Pepsids and all of that for that. Yeah, it's just super frustrating to have all of these different issues, and that probiotic complete is amazing. And not only does it support your gut, a healthy gut, but it also helps, with your immune system. It helps strengthen your immune system, and it promotes all of the women things. So your vaginal health, like so many different things. And what they did when they put this product together is they really looked at what combinations, because there are so many different types of probiotics. They really researched it out. I know Sanjeev helped with this product, right? And they really researched which combination and how much of each of these products would impact, these issues that we're having and help give us relief with those issues. So it's a really fantastic product. Love the probiotic. I really try not to ever miss taking it. And I like to take it first thing in the morning, like on an empty stomach when I get up. So, so that's worked really well for me. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, senescent cells. Okay, so I'm still learning about this. Sanjeev, do you want to describe senescent cells for us?
Sure.
He's really good at it.
Cells. How many of you are familiar at all with this? These are cells that are, your cells are duplicating, they're replicating all the time, right? And each cell has a lifespan, okay, right? But some cells, when they're supposed to die and stop replicating, they keep replicating, and those cells end up just hanging around. These cells are called senescent cells, and these cells are very toxic. They create a lot of inflammation. It's the immune system's job to kind of eliminate those senescent cells, but if your immune system isn't strong enough, it doesn't have the ability to eliminate those cells. And that's when it becomes destructive, not only to existing healthy cells, but also tissues and all that sort of stuff. So this particular product is focused on detoxifying, eliminating, and neutralizing those senescent cells.
Thank you, Sanjeev. So good. Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah.
I don't want to get toxic cells spewing bad things in my body. Okay, so you can go to the next one.
No.
So the next one is.
Boys too? Can we feed it to the boys?
Actually,
too?
yes. Sanjeev was saying this is a fantastic product for men as well.
Yes.
It's really just a clean up your body product, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So when I say that we've now got it, you can buy it separately. So we've actually got a couple for sale today.
Yep.
I'll just read the next one. Oh, no, go back. What more? There we go. Oh, that's enough.
Yeah, but just on that complete, you're asking if men can buy it, they can now buy it separately because they don't have to buy the whole
Yes.
system.
Yeah.
The probiotic?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the probiotic it's only the probiotic. We were talking about this next one.
Yeah.
This is the one that's got that cleans up the cells, right? You
Yeah.
rejuvenate, rewind, and restore. So it cleans up those cells, and it actually helps support the cells so they're not dying off as quickly. They slow down the cell death. It fuels your cells with energy, it enhances your metabolism, and then, protects the DNA and cell structure from stress, which is amazing. So this is kind of our recovery piece
Yes.
of it. So it's really, and then you're gonna see the energy, the vibrancy, you're gonna get lift that brain fog, feel the clarity, and just really feel amazing. So you can see that it's a winning combination of amazing products, and they put a lot of work into this. Michelle Wallach is super passionate about women, first of all, and women's health. And so this has been a really exciting, product set that we've come out with, and I know it's helped me immensely. Like, it's just amazing to me when you give the body what it needs. It's just amazing the difference. I mean, my brain fog is gone, my anxiety is subdued, I have so much more energy. Yesterday someone was asking, now is this something that we could replace with the 90? No, because I'll tell you what, I have been on the 90 religiously for 10 years now. I never miss a day. And then I went and had some blood work done, several months ago, and it came back. I was like, vitamin D deficient, and I was deficient in all these things, and I'm like, how is that possible? I take so much product. You know what I mean? But when our body's doing this, as women, and we're going through this crazy fluctuation of hormones and decrease in the estrogen, it's like, that's not enough. That's the baseline of what we need. And so, you know, so no, this would be something that you would take in combination with the 90. This is just gonna give you the extra that you need to fill in those gaps as a woman, you know, going through these changes. And how crazy is it? 2/3 of your life. I never knew that. That's so crazy. But anyway, yay, women. We get to deal with some things, but we also, you know, get to be women, which is pretty great too. So, okay, so that is the hope system. And then I'm gonna let, well, Sanjeev, do you want to talk about the iron?
Yeah, sure. You know, I mean, the iron,
Come up, Sanjeev,
Okay,
you're gonna talk about the iron.
And then just, okay.
Come and show your handsome self off.